The pancakes are bottomless, and so am I.
So if you got pancakes out there, we're coming for them.
But yeah, man, it's gonna make do until we're able to put it back up right, like a normal, respectable kickstand.
Praise be to Allah.
And then for now, it's been a fairly small rollout, I think.
Bringing it to that
Then there is no traffic. Dinah at the diner. Gorgeous.
I don't know, man. That thing is pretty durable.
So this day would start out like any. Out in the secret Brooklyn laboratory, scheming with Von Gasfalt on how we would finally get this brand off the ground. The sun was rising as we surveyed the first batch of these t-shirts. We would take a moment to soak it all in, because there's nothing like a plan coming to fruition that's been in works for over half a decade. On that, we would waste no time and link up with none other than Dylan from the other side of the tunnel. Not long after posting up, we would get a call from Adam.
FXDLS. It's Lacey again. He broke his kickstand, and as we know, this crew is nothing without its FXRs. I'm assembling the crew at Dead End Alley. Be there in 5. Oh, and bring some of those lucky stars with you. We're gonna need them.
Having gone through multiple FXR kickstands myself, I knew this pain all too well. With a bag packed full of lucky stars and a tank full of 93, we wasted no time and ripped deeper into Brooklyn. It was a clear day out in Brooklyn as we made our way out to Dead End Alley. We would find Lacey, and of course, unable to throw his kickstand down on his 1992 FXR. Speaking of FXRs, we would also have Wilson in attendance, who would once again attain the coolest bike status in the entire crew with his new Badfoot-built FXR chopper. We sat there discussing every type of possible solution for Lacey's predicament, but at the end of the day, we had to take the situation into our own hands, because luck, well hell, we all know luck is a lie at this point. I had Lacey follow me to my garage, where I kept one of my highest performance kickstand blocks from back in the day for situations just like this. If anyone was deserving of this rare piece of gear, it was my road dog Lacey. We would properly bungee this legendary item onto his FXR, and waste no time getting back to the crew. Upon returning, Adam and Joy would roll up. Joy's nails once again were on fleek, and of course, mirrors on motorcycles are for doing makeup. As always, all of us would bring our own individual style when it comes down to our bikes and our builds. But when we come together, Laidlaw willing, we are a force to be reckoned with. With the crew fully assembled minus a few, Lacey would make a couple modifications to his new kickstand block. Wilson would be continuing to bask in the glory of riding a truly jaw-dropping FXR as he continued to get his ride dialed in to take this bike cross-country. Dylan would also be coming correct. After years of running that dreaded stock exhaust, he would now be ripping with the fastest of us with his 2-into-1 Fab 28 as well as his upgraded cam. On the last couple rides, Adam and Joy definitely had to field some issues with this street glide, but on this day, the bike was ready to rip with zero issues. Everyone was in high spirits. Alright, what's the status?
So this is what we got going on in the meantime till I can find a new kickstand. Made by Curse/Bless.
What type of wooding?
Hawaii, don't need it. Miami, don't need it. Hamptons, negative. Bahamas, definitely not. Caribbean, no thanks. Pallet recliner on a sunny day with the crew in Brooklyn, can't beat it. I'm as happy as can be. Gonna go get some miles.
That's much better. We are, once again, receiving intel about damn bikers. Intel about pancakes. What else would it be? I don't know. It's been what, a year and a half of pancakes, and we haven't established a rating system yet. So I think today that is on the agenda. We're gonna start rating pancakes. So if you got pancakes out there, we're coming for them.
It's so funny. Yeah. The wind, you guys. This is necessary.
The phrase, luck is a lie, stands to be the motto of this crew, but one exception to this is, of course, these lucky stars. Blessed by Laidlaw himself, time and time again, the power granted by these has allowed us to complete successful ride after ride. We would distribute these to the crew, knowing that the next leg of the day would be wrought with disaster as per usual. While we were fielding this FXR kickstand issue, Adam had gotten yet another lead on the legendary Pancake spot right off of Sunrise. With our kickstand strong and our exhaust fully loaded with lucky stars, we started the bikes to lay down some of those cursed miles due east. A lot of people ask if you could successfully split lanes with a lowrider ST, and yeah, as you could clearly see, it's no issue.
But BK Low, isn't lane splitting illegal in New York?
Oh yeah, this segment of the video was filmed in California, of course. After battling traffic that was more congested than the Undercity on a Friday night, the rest of the miles due east were a breeze. With minimal leaking and all the kickstands successfully down, the miles were crushed, and now it would be time to crush the pancakes.
We're about to hit some more miles, but we're gonna hit you first with the breakfast batter breakdown.
The breakfast batter breakdown.
First time ever right here. First up, we have the taste. And I said it before and I stand by it. These were a 10 for taste. Color, I would say, was also a 10. They were the perfect looking pancake. Then we have the fluffiness or texture. I would say they were probably about an 8. They were not extremely fluffy, but it was a good thickness to it that a stack of 4 was very reasonable. The butter was delectable. It was one of the best butters I've ever had to complement a pancake. It spread very nicely. It's better than them little brick butters you get. They just rip the top skin right off the pancake, exposing its innards. No good. We don't want that. We want something that just glides right across it, like the bikes across the highway. Another thing was the syrup. The syrup was, I would say the syrup was probably about an 8. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. I've had some really bad syrups in my time. Maybe you want to eat a pancake dry. The timeliness of the food from when we sat down to when they came up, the gentleman was dressed to the nines. I didn't know if I was supposed to shake his hand or give him my order, but I would have done both. He took the order promptly and everything was out in a flash. It's like they knew. It's like somebody reached out and said, hey, these guys are coming here to get some pancakes, get them in the pan. Timeliness was a 10 out of 10 here. The last thing I want to touch on is the durability of a pancake. You really want to know if you can put that thing in your pocket and take it with you. And I don't know, man. That thing is pretty durable. Ten out of 10. Let's get some miles.
As per Adam's first official review, the spot definitely checked off a lot of boxes. We had to make a visit down to the hometown dealership, none other than Nassau County Harley-Davidson, who had just gotten one of these limited edition Fat Boys. It's not a bike that I would personally ride, but however, I do really respect and admire this edition of the bike and think that these are probably going to be sold out by the time we drop this video. After checking up on our existing bagger projects in the vast dungeon, it was time to once again progress through our day. If you watched the last Curse ride, then you saw that we got some important intel in regards to an official FXR remake. With hashtag Laidlaw for CEO flooding the internet, it would appear that we'd be closer than ever to the true glory of Harley-Davidson being reinstated. But yet, there were more clues to be discovered in regards to this epic quest. If this crew is dead set on unlocking the next piece of the puzzle, this sharply dressed waiter told us to once again pursue a path up north for the next clue. We rode on. Another proper cursed ride in the books as we took in that refreshing breeze coming off the water on the North Shore. Wilson would ride on, feeling weighted down by the lack of coolness of our bikes compared to his chopper. Dylan would have to get home to Susie, having plans to take her to some haunted house out in Saskatchewan. Lacey, well hell, his new kickstand block was just what the doctor ordered, allowing him to rip with the best of us. Upon walking onto the beach, I would find the final clue of the day, a fossilized rare artifact from ancient times, none other than the Rock of Laidlaw. Upon dipping this rock into a puddle of oil leaked from a nearby FXR, an all-knowing voice would suddenly emanate.
Only those who wield true power may access a modern-day FXR. Return to Brooklyn. What you seek is at the bridge.
We wondered what the hell this clue could mean, but we didn't question it. With another cursed ride down, we knew our next destination, and we'll call it at this one. Wrapping it up here, for those who make miles not excuses, check out the new T-Drop at OutrideYourDemons.com. If you too are cursed, check out the new brand that we launched recently. And if you're down to crush miles and crush pancakes, take a moment to both like and subscribe, as it does help us out on the path forward. And finally, for those deeper cuts and deeper miles, consider joining the crew on Patreon. We'll be hitting the road soon, so if you catch me on the road, yeah, I could definitely give you stickers, but more importantly, ask me about these lucky stars if you're trying to lay down those cursed miles. And on that, the cursed crew is out.
Goodbye.